hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game, between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet Patriots in their perfection. Now, lesser known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each run of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now. You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Into traffic, complete! And he's going to get a few here, brought down at the 33-yard line.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's going to be 4th and short. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on 3rd down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid, you close your eyes, and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Play fake, Darnold. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
First down, Seahawks.
Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first points of this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Connects on the crosser. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll give up the gut to Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Darnold. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 starts. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of... ball can hit the ground on this side.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. He brings it in. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. They've got themselves a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Seattle.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Here's Darnold to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
A 1st and goal pass. Yeah, it can be an active surprise at times, but let's give some credit to this defense and the coverage in particular. They stayed focused and locked in on those routes, giving that rush plenty of time to get home, and now make 2nd and goal much, much more difficult.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Darnold looking to throw. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Cooper Kupp, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks 7, Patriots 0.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. New England taking the field. Its 2nd series of the game coming up. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game. Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for second down. Operating from the gun, here's May. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this third down play. Running for it with Stevenson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. Bryce Behringer, the one to send it away. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to. Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Toss play. This is Walker. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
You know by now, Kate, with this time we spend together, these toss plays, the best way to defend them is to hit them before they get started. And that's exactly what the defense did.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Darnold now to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a 29-yard gain. And that gives the Seahawks the first. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Walker on first down. He gets him inside the 40, and that's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Staying with Walker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
A gain of 5. First down, Seahawks.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
2nd and 10, Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Has room into the secondary. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks pull out in front further, 13-zip. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14.
Patriots, nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
On the return, here's Travion Henderson. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, it's May. Finds him on the crossing route. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st down, May. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, and you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Throwing again, it's May. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. May now from the gun. No left side cut by Douglas. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Here's May on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Here's May to the air. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, they made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's 3rd down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Complete beyond the marker. He's in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots make it a one-score game in the first half. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Patriots 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
It is caught left side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
And I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
This is Walker on second. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 6-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Of 6. And the Seahawks.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Christian Barmore with the play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Darnold. It's a complete to Kenneth Walker. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
On 2nd and 10 now, Darnold. It's caught, Barner. Small gain down to the 23. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. And again, it's Darnold. Making the call himself. And he's got him that first down as he hits the deck safely. They're going to be looking at 1st and goal.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Pressure comes, and there's no place to go. The Patriots got him. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Now Darnold. There's a screen out for Walker. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
So a tough 3rd down upcoming. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. On 3rd and goal, Darnold. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The New England offense running out now. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. To the air on 1st down, May. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
May trying again here on 2nd. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up 3rd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. They'll drop this to Henderson underneath. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st to 3. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Bryce Baringer on now to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So second down coming up.
Second and 10.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, second and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to the air they go on second down. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Seattle.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Second and 10, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
A 6-yard pick.
Now Seattle going to call a second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He keeps it and takes off. They get 6 and a first down as well.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Seahawks.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break.
3 points are huge.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Myers' kick is good. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
At their own 35-yard line.
The final throw before the break. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
A gain of 15 there, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. With a quick pass out wide. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
First and 10, Darnold. Setting up the screen. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throwing on first, here's Darnold. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
He was defended by Marcus Jones.
Now an inside give to Walker. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
At the 35-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and long for him here. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
19-yard line.
Second down now. They need 7. That's caught. Here's that Charbonnet. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Darnold looking to throw. He's going to run for it. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Mike McDonald with his eyes glued to this field, his offense lining up for 2.
The Seahawks will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
26.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
To kick off for Seattle.
Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Here's New England ready once again on offense.
They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. First down throw for May. He finds his running back, Henderson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now.
Henderson here from the gun.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
At the 50-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
On play action, here's May. Caught by his back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down.
May now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
May now to throw on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone.
They got 21 yards on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
That's good.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Throwing again, it's May. It's complete to Hollins. And he'll go down here at the 16.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Seahawks 16-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Handoff headed left. Henderson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
3rd and 1. Here's May. We'll go to Henderson on the jump off. We got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. Here's the pistol snap to May. He finds him beyond the marker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Now here he goes on the boot.
This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Here's May again. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots start the second half with some needed points. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Borregales on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Patriots 14.
Now Borregales on to send it away.
To kick off for New England.
Shaheed now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down, Seattle.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Smith and Jigba going to motion over left. From the gun, Darnold. Completed over the middle. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Darnold now to throw. He's keeping it. It's inside the 10. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Walker crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks go up by 19.
Seahawks 33, Patriots 14.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded by Henderson. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the...
Hard to believe, but just one quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Patriots football, and if they want a record 7th title, they need to get things back to level. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. May. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he's tackled for no gain.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
May now on 3rd down. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. Nearly got that football in plus territory with the pick, Brock, but the drop does give the offense an opportunity to now punt this away.
Yeah, either way, you should be getting the ball as a result of that play. It's just, well, now it's going to be a little bit tougher. He's got to string a longer drive together. Nearly an opportunity to set the offense up for success.
Finds him over the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. One of their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on 4th down. That gets him the first.
1st and 10.
So close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Out of the pistol, Henderson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Quick throw completed by May. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Drive begins with a walker run. And give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the last. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Yeah, he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First down, Seattle.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
A throw right side, finds Cup. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They give now to Walker. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 8 on that one, and that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Running with Walker again. They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Roberts the lane on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Third and long for him here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks continue piling onto this lead.
Patriots 14. Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded by Henderson. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Patriots running their offense out there. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they get to him again! And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. Desperation time here. Pass complete, screenplay. And this one has no shot. They're on him quick, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. First call here coming from the shotgun. Walker now from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They give up the gut to Walker. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Seahawks on the favorable end of this blowout. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Play fake, Darnold. Dump off, caught by his back. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Walker. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying with Walker. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
This may be one of the only spots in goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Darnold. That one connects. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. Lined up middle for the attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that makes it a 29-point ball game.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have one final snap to work with.
At their own 35-yard line.
One final shot here. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
And in their first appearance in over a decade, Brock, I know we're both excited about this one. The Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for a second time. It isn't just that they are Super Bowl champions, Brock. It's also about how they got there. A dominating win in what's supposed to be our most competitive game of the year.
And when it mattered the most, they really leaned on the strengths of this team to not just win it all, but to make a statement. Do so in a way that you're not supposed to do in a Super Bowl. This is meant to be your toughest fight, an all-out battle for every yard and every inch and every point. And instead, well, with the league's two best teams in the building, we saw one team truly in a class of their own.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season. We cannot wait to catch you all again in the fall.